For the last couple of days, I've been in Berlin with Pete and Sarah.
Hello.
This is Pete and Sarah Benton.
Hey.
They moved to Berlin about 6 years ago to plant a church. If you were around before the pandemic, you may remember that we actually videoed them. Video called you one Sunday morning.
Live stream.
And live streamed and prayed together.
Yeah, we
for the
waved
church.
at you guys on
That's
the
it. You can remember.
screen.
Pete can
I remember it. I do
That's
remember.
good. And so I wanted to introduce them to you, church, and also find out a bit more about them and see if there's some things that we can pray for them as a church. So Pete and Sarah, why don't you introduce yourselves to everybody and then give us some things to pray for in the church.
Cool.
Yeah, I think firstly just to say thank you to you guys, Life Church, and to Amy for releasing Jez to come and visit us.
I don't think it was a burden on her to get rid of me.
These last couple of days have been a huge blessing for us, just reconnecting with Jez, friendship, encouragement, prayer. It genuinely has been a huge blessing. So thank you, Jez.
Thanks, Amy.
Yeah, we've been here for about 6 years. We came on a Berlin adventure to start a new ground church, and we love it. It hasn't quite been the Berlin adventure we'd anticipated, with a number of kind of challenges, but God's been so good to us, and He's beginning a great work as the church gets set up.
Yeah, so Berlin is a really cool and quirky city. It's very multicultural, it's very colourful. It also has a lot of poverty, so you have a lot of extremes mixed in a vast, big city.
Yeah.
And you said before that it at one time at least was the atheist capital of Europe. So a high proportion of people would be of no religion, atheist, and challenging situation as far as churches are going. Churches often face not just cultural challenges but spiritual opposition in getting established here. So I know, as you alluded to there, it has been a difficult past 6 years or so.
Yep.
It's really nice to see you both looking so well. And smiling at least, and
still
talking
smiling.
Optimistically and full of faith for the church. I was with them last night at a prayer meeting, and it was really encouraging to see what God is doing here, and the people coming together to pray was genuinely just lovely to see. So we as a church just love to pray for you and to kind of hold you in our hearts and hold you up before God. So what are some things that we, particularly at this time, can pray for you as a family and as a church?
Yeah, I guess a couple of things first. Like for the church, we're learning how to best share Jesus with Berlin, and as Jez just alluded to, just thinking about the context that we're in here in Berlin, and God's really put it on our hearts to start missional communities across the city, which we're calling welcome groups. So the first thing we'd love you to pray for is our midweek welcome groups, these opportunities to establish some local communities that are really on mission together in their local areas and then growing together as disciples. And we've got 4 groups at the moment. I'm hoping for 5 really soon. But there are 97 sub-boroughs across the city. And God has given us quite an ambitious vision for the whole city. Yeah. And really, we'd love to see welcome groups scattered all across the city. So it's quite a new adventure setting up these welcome groups. So please pray for our welcome groups, which run alongside our Sundays. But it's this new adventure. And the second kind of key thing that we're really looking to build this year is just a kind of wider leadership team. And we've got a small leadership team at the moment, and just really looking to invest in the kind of next group of leaders that God is just raising up, whether they're welcome group leaders or ministry leaders on a Sunday, or just men and women who really just carry a heart for God to just help us grow as a community. So welcome groups and leaders to emerge.
Yeah, and personally, we have a lovely daughter called Johanna who's turning 5 this summer, and we're looking at getting her into school. And there's multiple reasons as to why we want to move up north in the city. So we're looking for an apartment, which we have been for 1.5 years now, and it's been really tricky to find somewhere. The market is crazy, but we believe that God has a space and a place for us there, so that we can also send Johanna to a slightly better school up there as well. And we would love for you to stand with us in prayer for a new apartment in an area that we felt God speak to us about.
There's been a real housing crisis here, and we've had a number of health challenges, and I think just being out in somewhere that's closer to nature, closer to some Christian community. We're quite isolated here as a family, and there've just been some really important things, as well as the schooling. I think just health and community have just been really important. So it feels like quite a big prayer point for us, but God's a big God. So,
Wonderful. Well, thank you guys for having
me.
me.
Thank you guys.
And, we'll be praying for you and
Please.
look forward to building further friendship between you and the church in the years to come.
And if anyone wants to come visit, come on down.
Yeah,
you
very
can
welcome.
Taste it for yourself.
Yeah.
Stay in there. Okay, great. Thank you, everybody. See ya.